Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bianca Janel. I make videos on lifestyle, and today's video is a makeup tutorial. It's a spring look right here. At the start of the show is this NYX white liner. I'm loving it. I wanted something very fresh yet trendy, something that's going to transition very well into the springtime. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay guys, we are back with another makeup tutorial. I've been having so much fun with these, so I was super excited to get back into the seat to start filming some makeup looks again. So we are actually really close to spring. I mean, we're like a month away. I feel like people have already been spring shopping, trying to figure out the trends and what's going to be going on for spring 2021. So I wanted to do a makeup look, something very spring appropriate, I would feel like. So when I think of spring, I always think of like fresh skin. I feel like there's like a lot of focus on our skin, and like people stop wearing like full coverage foundations and keep it really light. Maybe like even myself, maybe just because I'm like in a beach city, San Diego, like I like to keep my makeup very bronze. So I feel like we're gonna go a little bit lighter on the makeup and keep our skin really fresh looking, kind of dewy looking. And I'm oily, but I use products that help mattify me and then give me a glow. But the star of the show is this right here. It is this NYX white liner. What's her name? I saw this girl on Instagram post white eyeliner, and I was like, that is beautiful, and it just looks super fresh, and I was like, I have to use that, so I bought some. Her name is Ricky Ferrier. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if you can see. Oops, ring light. But she is so stunning. She's super gorgeous, and that white liner looked epic. To me, this was like the epitome of what I think people will be wearing in spring. And when it comes to spring, I feel like we just have a little bit more fun with our makeup. So I just think this pop of white is going to be so stunning. So like I said, we're going to keep our skin really fresh and very dewy looking and really basic, but I want the pop of the white for sure. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's first start with skincare. I'm just taking my Glow Recipe lip balm. And then I'm going to take my Summer Fridays Cloud Dew. I love this stuff. I don't think I've been this obsessed with a product in a very long time. I apply this morning and night. Like, I just love this, and I feel like my skin really soaks this product in. It's so just refreshing on the skin. I love it. Then I'm just going to take my Jade Roller to push in the product. Next, I'm going to do eyebrows. I'm just going to go in with my LA Girl Shady Sunbrow Pencil and fill in my brows. Now that we just have a sketch of our brows on, I feel like I can get going. So I'm going to keep my eyes very basic, probably just like really bronzy looking, because like I said, I want the star to be the white liner. Like, I just want it to pop, but I don't want to leave my eyes naked. She does wing liner in her tutorial. Side note, I'm using no filter concealer for an eyeshadow base. She does a wing liner. I'm not the biggest fan of wing liner on myself. I don't know why. Like, I just don't like it. Also, like, I'm not very good at it, so maybe that's why I don't like it on myself. So I'm not sure if I'm going to attempt to do a wing liner. I mean, maybe I can attempt, because I'm not going to do my face first. We can kind of play with it. Or maybe I'll just kind of like flick it out. Like, I know I don't want like a total like cat eye liner of it, just enough for it to show. So I might just flick it out a bit. We'll see. We can play with it. But yeah, I think I'm just going to really keep my eyes very basic for today. I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, and I'm just going to set my eyes. Today I'm probably going to be using a combination of affordable and drugstore makeup. That's the same thing. Of affordable and high-end makeup. There we go. But if you guys want to see a spring look just using affordable makeup, let me know in the comments down below. I probably will end up doing that next. So for eyeshadow, I grabbed 2 palettes. I grabbed the That's Taupe by ColourPop. This is just a very stunning palette. It definitely has more of a cooler undertone to it. So then I also grabbed Going Coconuts by ColourPop, and obviously this one is a little bit more warm tone. Again, very similar colors. It's just the tone underneath. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. I think I'm gonna stick with the That's Taupe palette. Only because we're using white liner. I mean, I can still very much like warm it up, and I probably will a bit. I probably won't use more of the cool tone shades. I'll probably stick to the more warmer tones on this palette. So we're going to just keep our eyes. And so like you can see, it's very basic. There's nothing like too dramatic, but the colors are very stunning. So I'm going to first take the color Pebble Beach. And a little bit fall out. And I'm just going to buff this into my crease. Okay, make sure you just really buff it in. You don't want any harsh lines. Then I'm going to take the color, you know what? I think I'm going to really just keep it all over my lid. Yeah, I'm just going to put it all over my lid. I'm kind of stuck right now of like trying to figure out if I want to add a bit of shimmer to my eye. I just feel like that might be too much with the white. So I think I'm going to go back into the Going Coconuts palette and grab the color Lovely Bunch. Just a little bit of a deeper brown. I'm going to put this on all over my lid as well and then buff it into the crease. Okay. So I think I am going to just keep my eyes basic. It's so hard for me because I want to grab the shimmer. Like, I really can't help myself. But I told myself, keep it basic so I can apply the white liner. I'm sure it would look really beautiful with shimmer, but I have a look in my head. So I think I'm just going to start playing with the white liner. Is that all I want to do? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I am. That's all I'm going to do. Do not touch the shimmer, Bianca. We'll highlight for sure. We'll give ourselves a glow, like I said, to the skin. But we're going to leave the eyes out of it this time. So I'm just going to apply liner. I'm also like not used to working with this type of liner as well. A little bit more challenging for me. I usually use a pen. But it's very pigmented, as you can see. I'm just going to apply a base coat and then I'll go over it again with another coat because it's pretty pigmented, but I can see a little bit of sparseness on the edge, so I'll touch it up a bit. But I'm just going to let this layer dry, work on the other eye, and then I'll put another layer on top. Okay, so I applied 2 layers and I went pretty far into the inner corner of my eye too with this. Now the moment of truth, if I should wing it out a bit or not. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, much better. I wasn't, like I said, I was not digging it. Luckily it's just white, so it was pretty easy to take off. Now I'm just going to touch it up a bit. And then I'm going to go back to my original eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to just make sure I blend out where I erased the white. Just so that it's not like a clear sign of where I erased everything. Okay. I want to let that dry a little bit before I curl my lashes. So I'm going to start prepping my skin. But I really like it just like this. And once I have the eyelashes on, I think it's really going to pop. And I feel like this look, like you don't have to use white eyeliner. Like you can use any colored eyeliner. I love playing with color when it comes to spring and really like putting pops of color. I've been gravitating towards green a lot, so I'll probably do something with green next. I think I just like it with my hair. But yeah, like I said, you can literally replace this look with any eyeliner color you want. A blue would be really nice. Even purple I think would be really cool, or like a neon color. I think neon's still going to be very much in, just because it was such a hot color last year too. But I like the white. I feel like it's very fresh and something really different from what I typically use. Oh, I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and then I'm taking my Ole Henriksen. So that's what I mean about giving myself an extra glow as well. Like I said, I'm oily, but I use that Poreless Putty to mattify my skin. And then I take this primer by Ole Henriksen and I top it, because I feel like this is what gives my skin like a very healthy glow. And you can already kind of see like there's a little bit of like a sheen to my skin. I really like it. Okay, so for lashes, we will be applying false lashes, but I'm going to curl them first. So I'm just going to take, where is it? I'll just use this one. I'm going to take, oh no, that's not it. I'm going to take my Ilia mascara, and I'm just going to coat my lashes just to get them prepped for false lashes. And I also got a little bit of the liner on my lashes, so I'm going to try to cover that up with the mascara. Okay, so I went ahead and coated my lashes. I really took my time to make sure I covered all the white that I had from the liner. And actually, you could very much just leave it like this. I think it's really pretty because the black contrasts against the white. And so I feel like you don't even need false lashes. I mean, I'm going to just because I like it. But I don't even think that you need to. Like, I think this is enough of a pop. But I am going to add false lashes. But I'm going to let that dry. So I'm going to move on to my skin. So I'm going to take my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. And this really gives my skin a really healthy glow as well. Okay, so I have that on. You can still see, like, I have some monstrous pimples right here. My brow got really bad. Was it yesterday? So I do have a little bit of like my own skin coming through. Again, in springtime, I really don't mind. Like, I like having fresh looking skin. I don't want like it to be like super covered up. So I really don't mind it. But if you wanted to, you could use a full coverage foundation if you wanted to. But like I said, I don't really mind some imperfections showing through. So I'm just going to conceal a little bit under my eye. Okay, so now that I've concealed on, like I said, you can tell that my skin is still peeking through a bit. And that's kind of what gives you that fresh look. If you do the whole, if you do the whole full coverage foundation, then that's just a different look. But like I said, I want my skin to pop through a bit. So I'm also going to take the Nudie Stick in the color Sun Kiss. I like this because it's so blendable, and it just like melts into the skin. And this definitely gives you like that summer skin, I feel like. It does have a little bit of a red undertone, so if you don't like that, then you probably won't like this shade. But they have a big range of shades as well. I wanted to get like another set of these. So you can tell usually I apply a lot more like contour, but today I went kind of light on it. So now we're just going to blend that all in. Okay, so you can see that blended in really, really beautifully. It still looks like your skin. Like, it doesn't cover up. It just adds color. That's why I really like these. I think these Nudie Sticks would be perfect if you even didn't wear like foundation and you just wanted to add color to your skin. It came in a set of 3. So it came with a contour shade, a highlight, and then there's this color called Sweet Peony. This is also for blush and eyeshadow. I might actually pop this under my eyes. That actually might be pretty. So like I said, I think that they're going to be great like either on their own or with a really light foundation like this. I'm just wearing a tinted moisturizer. It blended in really, really nicely. And it still gives like that very like sun-kissed glow. It looks very healthy on the skin. I'm just going to set my makeup. If I wasn't oily, I wouldn't set it, just because I like it looking fresh like this. But if I don't set it, then my makeup literally melts off my skin. So I'm just going to actually do like a light hand when it comes to the powder today. So I'm going to take a bigger brush. This is just like an Eco Tools fluffy brush. And I'm just going to kind of like pat it in to where I did not contour. And then to bronze up my skin, I'm using my favorite palette. As you guys know, this is a Tarte Clay Face Shaping Palette. And I'm going to take the color Terracotta and just lightly dust over the places that I did contour, because I actually don't want to change the color too much. I just want to set it. And I also don't want to go too heavy with it because I don't want to look powdered. So just make sure everything's really blended in. Like I said, this is more just to set it, not to change the actual color. I think that's looking really nice so far. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the false lashes so we can finish up our face. So today I'm actually going to take the Ardell 421s and I'm going to apply these, and then I'll check in with you guys after. Okay, the lashes are on. Now I'm going to finish my brows up. So again, just going back in with my LA Girl brow pencil. And then I'm taking the NYX brow mascara and I'm just going to finish up my brows. Okay, now that we're done with brows, I'm going to move on to blush. I'm going to go ahead and do a combo of blushes. I'm going to use the color Sweet Peach Peony, the nude stick. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this and like blend it into my skin. This is just a really beautiful flush, and you honestly don't need that much. It's really pigmented. A really big trend for spring, and I'm sure for the summer as well, is actually applying blush to the tip of your nose. It's kind of like where the sun would naturally hit. That's what really gives you kind of like that really glow within, so it matches your cheeks and then your nose, so it just gives it like this little flush, like the flush that you would get from like laying out in the sun. And you can see that I'm just blending this in with my finger. Like, it's really easy to blend. I'd recommend using your finger actually for these products, but if you're not comfortable with that, then I think a brush would be the best way to go about it afterwards. I'm going to take the color Desert Rose. It's a pressed powder blush by ColourPop. It's this really beautiful color. It doesn't really show up too well on camera. That's why I wanted to put this cream one underneath. But in person, it's super stunning. It's like a great everyday blush. And then it has like these like little gold flecks in it. So it kind of gives you this like natural highlight as well. I really like it. But it actually works really well on top of this. Now you can actually really see it with the cream blush underneath. It just makes it a little bit more pigmented. So like I said, it was really important that for this tutorial that our skin looks really like healthy and glowy. So let's go ahead and add highlight. I'm going to take I'm going to take the color Flexitarian by ColourPop. It's one of my favorite shades. And just highlight my Cupid's bow, my nose. Really make sure to highlight the inner corner because I feel like the white against the highlight really makes it pop as well. And I'm actually bringing the highlight pretty like dense and a little bit even underneath my eye right here. And then for the cheek highlight, I'm going to take my light stick by ColourPop in the shade Bullseye. It's the perfect highlight for summer, but we're going to be using it for a spring look. But I literally love this highlight. It's so golden, and again, this product works best when you use your finger to blend it in. It literally just melts into your skin. And you can see that I'm using cream and powdered products, and they're all blending really beautifully together, and that seems like really altering like the natural state of the product. I'm actually going to add a little bit more to my nose. Ooh, went a little heavy. Actually, I'm going to just re-highlight everywhere that I highlighted because I think I like this one better than the Flexitarian. I think this is the most highlight I've worn in a very long time. I am glowy, but again, I think that is really, I think that's perfect for spring. Oops. Going a little heavy, but that's okay. Okay. So now let's go ahead and finish up our eyes. I'm going to go back in with that white liner. And I'm going to, again, tightline my upper lash line because I feel like it disappeared a little bit with the false lashes and I really wanted to pop and stand out. So I'm going to just go over it and make the band a little bit thicker. Okay, so you can see I went a lot thicker with the white band. I really like it. I just ended up getting it all over my lashes, but that's okay. I'm going to let that dry and then I'll just cover it up with mascara. I don't know how you don't get it onto your mascara. Like I tried, and right now I tried taking it off with my cellular water and it wasn't coming off my lashes. So we're just going to have to go heavy on the mascara, but that's okay. Now for the bottom lash line, because I have a very peachy cheek, I'm kind of digging the idea of going peachy on the bottom lower lash line, and I think I'm going to use that same shade from my blush, the cream blush, and put it underneath. But first I do want to just use the color that we used in the crease, so I'm going to take the color Pebble Beach first. Okay, I just realized it wasn't recording, so I don't know where I left off, so I'm just going to repeat myself. I went ahead and did a thicker band of the white liner. You can see I got it all over my lashes. I'm just going to let it dry so I can cover it up with mascara. And then right now what I just did is I took the color I took the color Pebble Beach from the palette That's Taupe, and I just went underneath my lash line just to give it a little bit of dimension, because I actually want to add the color Sweet Peach Peony. That's the color that I used for my blush, and I want to put that on my lower lash line just so it kind of like meshes all together. I actually really like the combo of the peach and the white. I think it's really pretty. Now I'm going to finish with mascara. So I'm just going to go back in with my Ilia mascara and top these lashes. I'm going to try to get rid of all the white. Actually, it's getting rid of all the white pretty easy. Okay, just make all the noise in the world before you leave. Are you gonna make more noise? Are you gonna make more noise? Yeah. You have one in your car. Okay. You're not gonna give me a kiss?
Aren't you gonna give me a kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Stop! I know you.
You're gonna make all that noise and you're gonna give me a kiss. So let's move on to lips. Let's see, what am I gonna do today with lips? I think I'm gonna actually use the shade that I used for my contour. So I'm gonna take the color BFF2. Oh, I need to. My goodness, I am not prepared for this tutorial, clearly. I need to sharpen it. So now, because I'm going to take the shade that I contoured with. This is the color Sun Kiss. I'm going to use my finger. I actually like that. And I like using products that I use anywhere else on my face and put it somewhere else on my face. Like, that does not make sense, Bianca. What am I trying to say? Like, the fact that I used the color on my blush, like, underneath my eyes, and the fact that I used my contour shade for my lips, like, mixing the colors just looks more put together, I feel like. And then I'm going to top it with a Luxe Gloss by Colourpop in the shade Come Through. Okay, I'm going to re-glue this lash because it's literally falling off, and we're almost finished, you guys. Okay, So now I pop back on the lash. Now I'm going to take my Physicians Formula in the shade Deep Brown, and I'm going to really just go over the eyelash band on top, because I did get some white liner on top of it. I feel like you can tell where the lash band is when there's white on top of it, but if you go in with a darker color, then it just looks more like your lashes. So I'm just going to go in. I'm not going to like do the whole line. I'm just literally going to touch up places where there's liner, there's white liner, and just deepen it up. And then to finish the look, I'm going to put bottom mascara. I like taking a waterproof mascara for my bottom lashes. This is by Essence. It's the Lash Princess. After your mascara has dried on the bottom lash line, I feel like you can go either of two colors for your waterline. Either you can take white or nude. I want to see how it looks like with white. So it's a very fresh look. I think this look is perfect for spring. It's very fresh looking. It kind of has like a 60s vibe to it. I love it. Like I said, you can change any of the color, and like I said earlier, you can totally change up that white liner for any other color. I think just using a new fresh color other than black or brown will just be perfect for spring. I really like the way it looks. It's totally different than what I'm used to. Like, I can't stop looking at it because it's very different. I really like it, actually. I think it's very modern and hip, yet still kind of trendy. It's going to be perfect for spring. It's a great look that will go with anything. So like I said, in the comments down below, I want to know what makeup look you guys want to see next. Like, should I do like a spring affordable makeup look? I think that would be a really great makeup look to do next. But let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, and if you like this video, well, make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.